I'm dying to ask you about Jasmine Crockett.
Oh boy.
She seems like a nightmare.
She's delightful.
What's that like to work against her?
So she serves on oversight committee with me, and she's on my Doge subcommittee.
Great.
Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the funny things was we
get as many of you as possible to flood our state. Like when it's election time, I want them to be so mad that they did all of this, because we have people coming from the entire country to Texas to make sure that this little scheme that they tried to pull, where they were just going to steal and diminish the voices of Black and brown people, I want us to be so loud that they actually go running and trying to figure out what's that little racist town they all hiding in, and some, what is it, Missouri, Arkansas. I think they all ran to Arkansas. That's where they need to run off to. That's how I want them to feel after this election. So no matter what happens, I need y'all to stay in this fight, because literally the war is just starting.
Yes, Jasmine is now begging Democrats from blue state to flood Texas before 2026 so they can vote to protect her and push white voters out of the state. This is what she is doing. Megyn Kelly sat down with Marjorie Taylor Greene. They talked about her. If you don't know, before this lady started going viral on social media or doing this run, it was because of Marjorie Taylor Greene. At a certain point, they had a clash. From then, that is when Jasmine took the advantage to be doing what she's doing now. It is important. I show you this clip. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you share the video.
And so I want people to see him and understand who he is. This is a person that has a problem with people of color, period. I don't care how many Black MAGA out there with their hats. I want to be clear, when we look at who it is that he's kicking out of this country is people of color. When we look at who he always disrespects and says that they are low IQ, even though when you look at his cabinet, this has to be the most incompetent cabinet we have ever had in the history of this country.
Jasmine is going off on the president simply because all through Trump is mocking her like she has low IQ. This has triggered her to this.
I'm dying to ask you about Jasmine Crockett.
Oh boy.
She seems like a nightmare.
She's delightful.
What's that like to work against her?
So she serves on oversight committee with me, and she's on my Doge subcommittee.
Great.
Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the funny things was we were having a committee hearing on oversight, and it was really late at night. And I was really irritated because I'm always like, why can't we work normal work hours like regular people, 8 to 5? I don't know what's wrong with Congress that we're always doing crazy things at 9, 10, 11, 2 a.m. under Nancy Pelosi. So we're on the oversight committee, and she is running off her mouth, and I shot at her about her massively huge fake eyelashes.
Yeah, this made news.
Yeah, and I was like, well, you know, I said something along the lines of like, well, you can't read it because of your fake eyelashes, because she had all the information in front of her, and she's like, we don't even know what's going on, and da-da-da-da. And, oh my gosh, total explosion. But she
insulted you too. She said something about a butch body.
Yeah.
She's nasty too.
Which I thought was absolutely hilarious. I mean, I'm like over 50. I work out. I'm like,
I thought it was below the belt. I think you can say eyelashes and you're still, yes, it's a personal comment, but it's not as low as what she said.
Right.
And she loves to go low.
Yeah. And somehow Democrats, you know, they're supposed to love all women and never body shame and stuff.
How do you even there's no reaching across the aisle to that.
No, not at all. Well, she's not a real person. So some interesting things that I've always observed about her is how she treats her staff. She treats her staff like they are just beneath her.
I read that in the New York Post. Can you confirm?
Yes.
Wow.
So she always has, one of her young male staffers has to carry her big, heavy handbag for her. Right. She just hands it off. It's like, who does that?
Right. Who are you, Beyonce?
Right. And then I remember one time on oversight, she called one of her staff over and she whispered something in their ear, and they ran off, and then they came back with this big white fluffy pillow that they put behind her back. And I'm going...
And some bonbons?
Yeah, like, what is this?
As they fed her grapes and fanned her.
Yeah. So she claims to be, you know, from her people. She puts on this image that she understands the Black American struggle. But let's face it, the girl went to private school. She went on to, you know, I don't know what college and law school. She went to, it's like, she's a complete fake.
Yeah.
She's as fake as her eyelashes. She's as fake as her hair. She's as fake as her fingernails. And she is such a massive.
Yes, you might be seeing what they're putting out here on this video like a joke. It is not. This is exactly who Jasmine is. When you take a look at this article published by the New York Post, Trump critic Representative Jasmine is a no-show boss from her who do this to stars. It says all diva no wow. A lot of people picked this up. I think I reported on this topic few weeks ago. Marjorie Taylor Greene actually putting this out clearly shows who this lady is.
I want to be clear, when we look at who it is that he's kicking out of this country as people of color, when we look at who he always disrespects and says that they are low IQ, even though when you look at his cabinet, this has to be the most incompetent cabinet we have ever had in the history of this country. When we're talking about people that literally have the ability to drop bombs or order that bombs be dropped or make recommendations that bombs be dropped, and they literally don't know how to get the signal chat right. So we're talking about low IQ individuals, but so long as they say that this guy is their guy, and usually if they work for a certain news network, that's the only qualification that's necessary. I've got news for the president. I am not going anywhere. No matter how many squiggly lines they draw in the state of Texas, I will be back and I will be on his behind and making sure the real accountability that the American people are demanding, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, or independents, that it is had when the Democrats take control of this House in the midterms. Congresswoman, it's like there are certain people specifically on that side that anytime we want to discuss what is taking place as relates to Black people and how they took our labor, how they took our lives, how they ruined families, they never want the truth to come out because it hurts their feelings. It's kind of like when we decide to call a racist, such as these racist maps that are going through Texas. They always are upset when you just call them for what they are. But the reality is that we need to start speaking more truth if we are really going to get to the real power. And if we don't recognize the full history, then we are doomed to repeat it. And frankly, this is a guy that is trying to do everything that he can to repeat it. That is why there are so many people saying that if you wonder what you would have been doing during the civil rights movement, then the question is, what are you doing right now? Because we are literally living through a modern day civil rights fight. The fight in which there was a Texan who signed the Voting Rights Act into law because of these literary.
Yes, few days ago I saw this. Jasmine tweeted this, saying Republican whine about California while praising Texas is just another day in this backward place. They can't dish a lot out, but can't stand a taste of their own medicine. Now Fox News and other need to address the unconstitutionality of locking up why basically letting this co-defender out, or better yet, is still the irony of federalizing policies in DC while releasing the Jesse's convict. You can post as many idiotic troll messages as you want, it won't change the fact. Okay, when you take a look at what Jasmine is putting out, this lady is not locked up. They asked these people to sign. They all rejected, like they are not signing anything. So she decided to stay in there. The security had to put her there. So if she take a decision to sign, nobody will allow her to stay in there. So I don't understand what these people are actually even saying here.
Until the call of the House has been lifted.
Do you have any sense that this is legal, their ability to hold you locked up in the Texas legislature?
Even if it is legal, it's not right. It's not. I'm a grown woman. I represent just as many people as the speaker and all the other colleagues in this body, and you don't treat me like a child in terms of exercising this type of control over the members, and so it's a way to demean your colleagues and to show that they have the upper hand. But what they didn't expect was for me to push back.
Tell me what you're hearing from your constituents.
Actually, there's overwhelming support.
If you can read this, you will clearly understand exactly what is going on. Democrat will do everything just to seek attention. Look at what this lady is doing here. This is the truth here. Thank you guys for always being sharing out my videos. God bless you abundantly. I don't want to prolong the video. I will end here for the short clips you see at the end of this. That is for the YT algorithm. Just love the fact that people will always bring out the truth about certain people like these.
I used to stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine! The people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat.
We don't hate you. We don't care enough about you to hate you. We just see that you're a fool. You make a fool out of yourself.
Again, I've condemned.
Is about being strategic, right?
It is me.
Not the president of the United States.
I think the fact that Malia graduated from Harvard still lives rent-free in his head. Now check this out.
Touch them up and go.
Oh, Obama has swag. Oh, you can't be this.
That is, he can't be everything.
He can't be everything. And then that...
Any barriers, don't mind making this easy.
People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like, I line up.
It is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. 100
has been overwhelming. The lies and they're
not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense.
This is definitely a self-defense case. Was it?
Registration Act.
You will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
I need to connect the dots.
Going to carry a level of weight.
Position.